now Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
It was a hot rain. It was a hot night. I got into my car, my Uber, my Lyft, my Instacart, my DoorDash, my personal vehicle. The gig economy was a bitch. I was doing all those things. I was Ubering, I was Lyfting, I was Instacarting, I was DoorDashing. No benefits. Barely making enough money to keep the tires on the car. The rain was coming down. It was raining. It was like a river had been turned on my head. I lit a cigarette and I thought to myself, man, I really look good tonight. Caught a glimpse of myself in the rearview mirror. I took a long drag on the cigarette and I thought about fucking myself. I thought long and hard about it, and then I realized, no, I don't want to make love to myself. I've got to make money, and I've got groceries here that need to go to a dame who lived in one of the biggest high-rises in the city. So I got onto the highway and I was driving. I was rain blind. The rain hit the windshield so hard, the plated glass buckled. It buckled like the buckle on a child's shoe.
Small buckle.
Buckled like Fatty Arbuckle. It buckled like 1-2, buckle my shoe.
Oh yeah.
I got off on exit 48 like I always did. The groceries. I smelled the mozzarella cheese. I smelled the morel mushrooms that I had shopped for this dame who lived in the largest high-rise in the city. I smelled the caviar. I smelled the horseradish. I smelled a tissue that was covered in feces that I hadn't removed from the car. That really ruined the other smells.
Poo-poo tissue.
I got off at exit 48 and I headed toward the high-rise. I made a beeline. I made a beeline like a hornet, like a yellow jacket, like a honeybee, like a bumblebee. I went toward her apartment, and as I arrived, I put my car in park like I usually did when I arrived somewhere. When I was younger, I just jumped out of the car while it was going, but those days had passed me by. It passed me by like a fast train, like a bullet train, like a silver streak. It passed me by like a train that really, really was rolling.
Fred Durst.
Got out of the car, rain hitting my rain poncho. I tried to light a cigarette. I had the groceries on one of those carts provided by Instacart. They said that I am responsible for the quality and maintenance of the cart, and it already had a couple of nicks on it, and they already started to charge me and take it out of the app.
Dirty bastards.
Instacart. no union, no benefits. The gig economy was a bitch. I pressed penthouse in this high rise, the largest high rise in the city. I put my cigarette out on my forehead because there was no ashtray in the lobby, and I wanted her to think that I was religious, that it was some kind of Ash Wednesday BS. I got in the elevator and the music was playing loud. I looked over at the mirror in the elevator and I caught a glimpse of myself, and again I wanted to have intercourse with myself.
Dinner for one.
I decided not to have intercourse with myself because I did not want to clean up the elevator. I got off. She was waiting for me, and she was more beautiful than a frog who had been cared for by a very loving family, a frog that was a cared for pet. Not a frog that was abused, but a frog that was cared for. She was so gorgeous, she made one think of a sunset, not an industrial sunset, you know, where there was smog that made it artificially pretty, but just a beautiful sunset, say off the coast of Maui. Maui, I'll never forget Maui. Maui was where I had my first cigarette, where I coughed as a child in Maui. There was a double rainbow in the sky, and someone passed me a Marlboro. And I remember double rainbow, and I was about 3. I started smoking young. But when I was 3, my lungs couldn't handle it. I started coughing and coughing and coughing. I said to her, here are your morel mushrooms. Here's your mozzarella. She looked at me with those frog eyes. She said, ribbit. I said, croak. I got in the elevator, got in the car, and I drove back into the rain. Rain coming down viciously, like Sid Vicious, like a vicious serial killer, like a vicious affair.
Thanks for joining us for Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.